Okay, so hello everyone. Today we are solving the problem find the missing and repeating values, which is today's LeetCode POTD. The problem number is 2965, as you can see. Okay, just a second. Yeah, so this is the problem number. Now it's an easy one. Now let's try to solve it. Okay, so let's just read the problem description and understand what the problem says. Okay. So you are given a zero index 2D integer matrix grid of size n into n. Okay, with the values in the range 1 to n square. Okay, the integer appears exactly once except a, which appears twice, and b, which is missing. The task is to find the repeating and missing numbers a and b. Okay, so we are given what do we say, a 2D matrix in which the numbers are from 1 to n square, and we need to find a repeating value and the missing number. Okay, so let's see what are the examples. Like we have here, you can see here n will be 2. Why? As you can see, the size is n, like it's n cross n matrix, so there are 4 elements. So as you can calculate, the n is equal to n square will be 4, right? N will be 2 and n square will be 4. So the number will be from which range? 1 to 4, is it? Yeah, because as you can see, it's 1 to n square and n is 2. So the number will be from 1 to 4, right? So we just need to find that in this matrix, which number is missing and which number is repeating. Okay, so okay, now let's try to break the problem. Okay, let me just also prove it to the example 2. Okay, so this is example 2. Here n will be 3 and the number will be from n to 3 square, which is 9. So the number will be from 1 to 9, and in 1 to 9 we need to find a missing number and the repeating number. Okay, so as you can see, okay, let me just try to break it down. Okay, so we have given a 2D matrix, right? Okay, so what if we were given what do we say, 1D matrix, 1D array? The problem would be similar. Like, I don't think there's any difference in this. We are given the input in the 2D form, but it's similar to if we were given in 1D form. So we can solve it also the same way, I guess, because we know that number is 1 to 4. So can't we just create an array of size 4 and calculate which element is occurring how many times? Then we can identify that which element is missing or repeating. Like here you can see, if we convert something like this will occur. Like here he see there are 4 elements in the array, right? Which as you may know, the arrow is the array is 0 indexed. So yeah, there will be 4 elements which will be from 1 to 4. We won't be considering 0. Okay, so that we will manage in the code only, in the code itself. Okay, so as we can see, n into n, so like the number of rows and number of columns will be same. Okay, so okay, sorry. So what we need to do, can we just calculate the frequency and identify, like in element 1 to 4, suppose 1 is occurring sometimes, like 1 times, or like 2 is occurring 0 times and 3 is occurring 2 times. So can't we just figure it out that which element is missing. Like if the element occurs 0 times, means it is missing, and if an element is occurring more than 1 times, it means that it's a repeating number. Okay, so that just what we are doing. We have calculated an array which will show us the count. Okay, so that how many elements are, how many times an element has occurred. Okay, so as you can see, the my mapping will be how, like the element will be one indexed and the array is 0. So we can just do the what, element minus 1. It will come to its original position. Okay, so let me just do the diagram and things will be more clearer to you. Okay, so as we can see, 1 3 2 2, and when we represent it in a 2D matrix, it will be 0 comma 0 0 comma 1 1 comma 0 and 1 comma 1, right? So when we are at the index 0 comma 0, the element is 1. So we need to calculate its frequency, which will be stored at the 0 index, because we have taken the array like that only. But if we would have done like n into n plus 1, then we could have directly written it, but we can just subtract one from it, and it will be like on the 0 index. Okay, like suppose we have the element 3, so L minus 1 plus plus, so initially the value was 0, so if we do plus plus, the value will increase right here. Okay, so are you understanding why I'm doing this L minus 1? We are representing 3 as 2, I mean the second index in the array. Okay, so that's why we are doing. When we will be like calculating the answer, we will just increase the L plus 1. Okay, so to store the frequency, we are doing L minus 1. Okay, because if we would have done like directly L, so it will be marked here like, okay. But if just in case the 4 occurs, the array would have been out of bound. Okay, so just to maintain that. Okay, the lowest element, what it will be? It will be like is 1. Okay, so we can just maintain it. Okay, so that's not a big deal. Then we come to 1 comma 0. Okay, 1 comma 0. What the element is? 2, right? So we have just increased its frequency. Wait, just a second. Okay, so yeah, I have done it twice here. At 1 comma 1, the element is 3, right? Yes. Okay, just a second. Okay, so wait a minute. Mm-mm. Just a second. Okay, so yeah, here we can understand. We can see that we are calculating the frequency here, right? Okay, so there is some issue here, right? Okay, I have done some miscalculation here, because like just a second, fourth is a missing number and 2 is the repeated number. Okay, so what I have done. Okay, so there is a problem like here, the 2 should be here. Okay, I sorry for that, I miscalculated it. It will be 1 and this will be the 2. Okay, sorry, I'm so sorry for that. Okay, this will be 0. Okay, so if the intuition is very clear. Okay, there is some issue here. Okay, I have just written it wrong. Okay, sorry for that. But yeah, we have just calculated the frequency, and so the intuition is clear, right? Okay, so the count here will be, here it will be 2, here it will be 2. So what does 2 represent? 2 represent that the number, the frequency 2 represent that the element has occurred twice, right? So at which index that it has occurred twice? 1th index. So what element, so what value will be repeating? What value will be repeating? 2, because we have at the time of counting we have done L minus 1, so the originally the value will be 2, right? So here the value should be 2. Okay, let me just rewrite it. Okay, here it will be 2, here it will be 1. Okay, and here it will be 2. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Okay, so please just don't mind it. Okay, so the value here will be 2. So here as we can see, here as we can see at the 1th index the value is 2, so the element will be 2, right? And at the 3rd index we can see the frequency is 0, so what value will be repeating? Oh sorry, what value will be missing? It should be 4, right? Okay, so yeah, that's the intuition. We are just calculating the frequency. There's also another method for it, it's a mathematical way. So I don't really like the mathematical calculations and all, because we are implementing data structures and algorithms. So I think we should be more towards these kinds of approach. But yeah, that's also a good solution. You can also go for it. But yeah, this is what I think it's good, because yeah, it's more intuitive, I would say. Okay, so yeah, that's how we can calculate. And here are the constraints. The constraints are not that much, it's quite low. So yeah, let me just show you how we have done it. Okay, first of all, okay, here we have calculated the size. Okay, I have taken it separately. You can also just calculate the m or the n. Okay, I have done it separately, and the array size will be m into n, right? Because that many elements will be there. Now we have started iterating the 2D grid, right? And we are here is the L minus 1. Okay, we are just calculating the frequency here. Initially we have the we are we assign the repeating and missing number as minus 1. Okay, it doesn't mean anything, it's just returning value. And what we have done here, we have iterated the frequency array. And what we have done, that if ARR of I equal to 0, then the missing number is I plus 1, right? And if ARR of I equals to 2, then the repeating number will be I plus 2. And at the end, what we have to return? We just have to return the repeating and the missing number. Okay, so we have in the vector form. So we have written it in the vector form. And as you can see, it's running fine. Okay, so yeah, that's all for the solution. The code link and the question link will be in the description box. Okay, so thank you everyone. Have a nice day ahead.